Hey, I'm Ed. I've consumed a metric shit ton of content during my life, and I love to talk about the things that interest me. I also love to rank those things. So I have decided to make a ranking of everything I can think of. Once per week, I will grab a random topic and rank it on my stream. From my favorite video games and animes to the moons of Uranus. I will rank them all. Welcome to Ranked Ranking. Let's go. So, today will be probably a more controversial ranking. I want to rank every Jujutsu Kaisen character who appeared in the anime at least, because I have seen both seasons. I have not seen the movie, and I have read the ending of the manga. So the important part, you know what? Let's make a spoiler warning immediately. If you have not read anything or seen anything, just click off immediately. I will talk about the ending of JJK, the manga. So I've seen the fight between Sukuna and Gojo and everything beyond that, but I have not seen everything between the second season and the fight because I just skipped ahead. Um, so this is the knowledge point I have, but I will only, and that's why the reason why I'm only gonna rank the characters that appeared in the anime according to this list at least. And again, I will have some controversial takes, so keep that in mind. Please don't hate. I try to explain everything I will do here, but feel free to criticize why you think I'm wrong or right and what your thoughts are about my ranking. But enough yapping, let's start. So we have the classic structure, love, like, okay, don't like, hate, who mega lol for characters I can't say anything about or I don't even know who they are. And of course, this own seed for rank 1. I'm gonna rank them from left to right, so the more they're on the left, the higher I rank them individually. And let's get the who mega lulz out at the beginning, because those characters don't say anything to me. She kinda seems like I should know her, but no rings are. Actually, that's the one from. Oh, it's the partner of her, isn't it? No, is it? I don't know her name, and I couldn't even tell anything about her. I don't have a lot of memories about her, so I would probably rank her anyway in okay or Omega. Then we have, I think, the sister of Megumi, who I also don't know shit about. I don't remember if she ever got shown. And with that, I think we have all Omega lulz, so I can say at least something to all the other characters. And let's start with, I think, a okayish baseline with those two characters, because I think they are actually pretty, not maybe not hated, but rather disliked in the community. But I don't really see a reason. Like, they're just fangirls. They're like, I think they are funny inclusion. Like, they are not super outstanding characters. Just they have their use case in just being fangirls of Geto, right? Also, I like their visual design, like this Gyaro-like and more normal school girl look. Yeah, nothing really to add on hate or on the dislike side. Or the like side, I mean. Then her, I don't know her name. Oh, I don't know the names of a lot of characters here. I can just like going from memory. I know she was from the beginning, from the second season, like the whole arc where Toji kinda did something mean to her. Let's call it like this. Um, Again, she was a bit annoying. Like, she felt like a bit. Uh, I didn't like the beginning of the second season that much. Like, Toji is awesome, of course. Like, you will see my ranking later, but her herself is kind of like whatever. But I don't really hate her, so I think I would just put her below them. Um, I think that's a fine one. Same for this guy, the teacher. Like, you can fucking hunt me with the names. I have no fucking idea. Um, he's also like just a whatever character. I would probably put him even lower than her. Although he kinda got fucked up without reason, like didn't like that, but yeah, it's not like I'm mourning for him. Another one, like just don't know what to say about those guys. Now we have a character who I actually like. Like also she has not a lot of screen time and fuck me, I don't know her name. No fucking idea, but again, I like her design and she was like she seemed always like a rather pleasant character. Again, not like a huge important one, but an interesting one at least. Same with her. She had like did she have more screen time? She also appeared not that often, but she had the whole backstory with Geto and so on. Also, she's a really unique character. I like her visual design again, and I think yeah, why not? She's she's like kind of sympathetic, but also like a bit problematic. Let's call it like this. But overall, I think I would put her on like. Now we got get to some weird ones. Now like all the demons. Like it's funny that I even have to rank him. Like it's not like I despise his character. It's like an enemy. It's like trying to rank a Cyberman from DBZ. He doesn't have a huge personality. Sure, there is some, but it's like he was just used for a fight for Yuji, if I remember correctly at least. So nothing to really like about him. Of course, you could say yeah, but you also have nothing to hate about him. But nah, fuck them. Like this is not a character that's really that they should even be ranking here, in my opinion. Now those three guys, they're kind of like whatever. The whole Shibuya arc really like didn't do a lot. He had like an interesting fight, but his character was kind of ass. At least he had like an interesting fight, right? Same with those guy and this grandma even got I think an appearance at the end. So don't really not really anything interesting. Like I'd rather not see them again. Let's say it like this. Didn't add really a lot, didn't do much, and I would rather put them on dislike. Now the arrow guy. Again, I couldn't tell a single name. Maybe five, six characters I can tell the name. That's how much of a fan I am, as you can see. Now he was introduced as a pretty huge dick, so that's what kind of stays in my head the most. Maybe he got like a character change in the later part of the manga, but I don't know about it because I haven't read it. So I have to work with what I got from season 1 and 2, and there he was a pretty big piece of shit, so fuck him. So don't like him at all. Now we have a character, okay, this guy is cool, like he's kinda like a bit of an underdog, like he's a chill dude. He can't fight for shit, he's just getting his shit pushed in, but I like this dude. Like chill guy. Oh, now we have one. So Mahito. I don't know if that's controversial, but I think that's an like easy hate for me. Like I'm feeling like I think he has some fans, but he's like this kind of character who could have like a whole fan base rooting for him, like this evil guy, but he's pretty and so on. But it doesn't feel like this is the case in JJK. Like, sure, he has his fans, but I feel like the overall feeling of the community is that they hate this guy. Like, fuck this guy. And I like that because I also fucking despise this guy. He's supposed to be hated. He's supposed to be bad. And in this case, I guess Gege wrote a fitting character, I guess, but not at all likable in my case. Now we have the dude who got fucked up in season 1. Pretty big, like whatever. Uh, I guess he was like a nice guy, so let's put him there, but again, he didn't have a lot of showtime. Not a lot to say about him. Oh, Megumi. Okay. Do I want to rank him already? Sure, why not? So, Megumi is probably like in the GOAT or S tier character, like highest top 3, top 5 in a lot of people's tier lists. But for me, I would put him at like probably the top of like I do think he's a pretty cool character, but he has a bit the problem of like his attitude is pretty annoying. Like characters like I guess Sasuke from Naruto or even Shikamaru, this whole downer attitude is a bit annoying, and that's why I'm putting him only at like everything else I think is awesome. Like also kind of like his phases where he actually tries at the end of season one and also in his fight in season two, or I guess his attempted fights in season two. Um, his power is super cool. He's one of the core characters of the anime, and I think alone for this, I would put him pretty high, but not in the love characters. So he's not like I wouldn't like I'm not glazing Megumin anyway. Now I think Urume was his name. Um, so he was not as he was introduced in season two. He's the right hand of Sukuna, and then at the end in the battle against Sukuna, he also got a bit screen time and even like a short, I guess, story in the epilogue. I actually kind of like this guy. I like his power, I like his design, his devotion to Sukuna. So I will put him in a high like tier below Megumi though, because he just doesn't have that much screen time. Now Toji, I think that's pretty easy. Like an S tier or a love tier. Like this character is just more probably the most or one of the most badass characters, not only in JJK but general in anime. Like it's really difficult, I think, to write a character who's so overall liked at the same time being such a obviously bad human. Like just pretty well written antagonist or at least anti-hero, however you wanna describe him. Super cool attitude, cool power, really strong character, really strong introduction, and especially the whole beginning of season two, like was basically carried by him, I would say, and that's why he's getting a pretty high rating on my list. But he's not the god. You will see why later. Now the witch or the girl flying on a broom, like she's like whatever, like I guess I like her design more than the one of those two guys. I don't even know what she can do besides flying on the broom. She's more like a drone kinda, like a character just trying to inspect everybody, but yeah, nothing to hate about her, nothing really to dislike about her. Um Forgot her name. Her character is difficult, like she can be a bit obnoxious, but overall I think I like her, so I probably would put her like on the lower like tier. Like she has this really um straightforward theme that she is like this hard businesswoman kind of, I think. I think that's how you could call it. Which, yeah, as I said, can be difficult, but all in all, I think it's a pretty interesting character. Now, I think Jogo was his name. Again, with the demons, fuck them. I'm thinking about between hate and don't like. I don't think I. No, I do think I hate him. Like, he's just. I don't know what to like about him, to be honest. I think his power is fine. I think his design is stupid. Like, he looks like a mob character. Like, he shouldn't be as strong as he is. He doesn't even have any interesting like story or um like any morals or something. I think there was this one part where he was talking about demons only also just want to live kind of thing, which I think, yeah, okay, but give me a bit of your like life, I guess. Maybe I just forgot or maybe they showed it, but um yeah. don't think this is a really good character. Also, he had great fights though against Sukuna, and the one against Gojo wasn't really a fight, but this I can't put him anywhere up there. Now another banger character immediately. Whoops, not that high. A second S tier or love tier. Nobara, awesome character. Like normally these tough, almost like Tsunade kind characters can be difficult, but I guess she's not a Tsunade, right? She's just like a tough girl. Super well executed, awesome design. Her powers quite interesting, like really unique, but I guess JJK everybody's kind of unique. Um, just over all in all, like this is what Sakura should have been or could have been, I think, or what Kishimoto Naruto tried to go for. And Gege just wonderfully executed it here. Also, for everybody who read the manga, I called that shit at the end with her. I called it in the second I saw her die. But maybe I talk about this some other time. Now her well actually yeah, I think that's fine. The sister of also forgot her name. Something with M, right? Yeah. Also got introduced like a huge bitch, but kinda got a redemption and then got fucked up in the manga, I heard. Um, the problem is I mostly have a bitch character in my mind, and this was kinda bad, like on his level, because everybody was introduced like a villain in season 9, 1, right? But she got her redemption, but somehow I can't remember shit. So I guess I will put her on the low end of okay. I think that should be fine. Now the, the little brother or self-proclaimed little brother of her, I'm not sure if they're really even blood related. I think he's just straight up annoying. Um, he's not a dick as this guy, but yeah, he's just like small annoying guy. I don't think it ever works out in any anime. Like see Konohamaru in Naruto. He's not as bad as Konohamaru, but just kinda. Ugh. I think his like connection to her to his sister or whatever is interesting and kinda makes it okay, but everything else, yeah, don't like it. Now her was it something like Hanabi or something like this? Uh, I think I like her even less than Jogo. Like Jogo at least is like just a dick, right? But she is like this, oh, I'm this nature demon and you are actually the bad guys. Like, fuck off. I hate this shit. Also, she's like this almost full demon-like character. She has very little like humanity to her. So again, like really hard for me to rank monsters because they are just like mobs to me. Nothing special about them. It was a Todo. Yeah, Todo. Um, Todo's awesome. How awesome though? I think I like Megumi more though. Like Todo is super. He's this. I think he's a bit a hit or miss. I wouldn't be surprised if some people don't like him, but I think he's so over the top that he's again likable because all in all he's just a weird dude, right? But he's so over the top that he's kind of standing out in comparison to other characters, almost like a joke character. But still, he has great fights and can be serious, and I think that's what's kind of saving him from being just a joke character. And generally, one of the characters who you can make you laugh in JJK, I would say. So, great character. Oh, now, okay, let me look up her name. It was Maki, right? Yeah, Maki. Okay, first controversial take. I don't like Maki. I will put her, I guess, yeah. on the top of don't like. Um, I don't like her attitude. I hate this kind of um, like always in bad mood and so on. Like I think Nobara is the perfect example how you can do a good kind of character because Nobara also is normal, but she's kind of always annoyed and pissed, and this is really pissing me off. I don't think the whole redemption arc in the manga made her better. She's just like a muscled up version, or kind of like a they tried to do like a Toji, a female Toji, but it didn't work out at all for me, so I put her there. Um, yeah, not a great character for me at all. Now her, okay, what was her name again? Kasumi. Kasumi. I do like her. Do I like her? Do I like her? How much like her? Sure here. Think. Yeah, he's just like a Chikuryuchi. Actually, also has a bit more screen time, a bit more story with Mekamaru and so on, and this whole thing about her trying to be as useful as possible, but not being able to. It's cute. I like her design again. Like I think all female designs actually are pretty strong, like some more, some less. But I think that's one of the more stronger ones. Just like a cool hair color, not a super special hairstyle, but again also like a unique style. Sword fighter, I think one of the only ones of the only three, maybe four sword fighters, or in general weapon users. Um, just a good, kind character. I like that. Now this guy. Okay, so I think this guy is actually an asshole, but I don't know what he did or what he will be doing. I only know what he did in season two. And to be honest, in season two, I thought it was kinda cool. So I will put him, let's say here. Actually, let's put him here. I think his power is kind of cool, and he has this cocky, like, whatever attitude, and he is obviously supposed to be like a villainish character, and I probably did some horrendous stuff, and this ranking might change when I actually see the third season or whatever, and he turns out to be a huge dick. But for what I've seen in season two, I actually liked him, so I'm gonna put him here for now. Oh, now it what's his name again? Something with I, right? Uh, Inumaki, right? Yeah, yeah, Togi Inumaki. Awesome character. So when I saw JJK season one, I think he was one of my favorites immediately when I saw him. Even maybe even my favorite back then. It toned down a bit after seeing season two and the manga and so on. Not that I dislike him or anything, but I think he just didn't get as much screen time and as much development as I wished for. And he's supposed to be more like of an offset character, blend character, not a blend character, kind of blend character, because he cannot talk, right? Think this joke with him not being able to talk normally, like doing these word puns and doing saying salmon all the time, it gets stale and a bit annoying after a while, but in general, I love this character. Like the visual design, like the the whole thing with the mouth. His power is awesome. Like I like the idea with him having being able to use his words to fight. Super unique, super creative, in my humble opinion, and also, of course, his humble character also really, really likable in my opinion. Now this guy, I think, appeared in the flashback of, or not flashback, yeah, kind of flashback, beginning of season two. I think I can't remember a lot about him. He was like just general good guy who couldn't do shit, so he's kind of on the same level as him. So I'm just gonna put him there. Although he could fight, I guess he was a sorcerer, so it makes him a bit more interesting. But yeah, not a lot I can say about him. And something in my mind is telling me that something annoyed me about him, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was. So I'm just gonna put him on okay. Forgot his name also. Um, he fought with blood, right? Ah, fuck it. Um, can't find out what his name is right now. What can I say about him? So he is a demon, but he's more on the humanoid side. So I think he's quite liked in the community, but somehow I don't see it. I think he's pretty boring. Like I think it's interesting this whole twist with him being an evil guy and then turning around when he finds out he's related to Yuji and so on. But kinda he's still not doing a lot. Like a whole part at the end, a sacrifice, yeah, I guess, but somehow I can't get anything out of him. He's just like whatever. So I think I will just put him. He has some cool fights, and I guess he's a good guy, so I will put him at the top of okay. Panda. I don't know his name. I'm just gonna call him Panda. Um, I think he was supposed to be like also by like really be liked. He's like an animal who doesn't like pandas and so on. But again, he's for me just like a whatever. I guess he has a good personality and so on, and nice, I guess, morals and so on. But he's not giving me a lot. I think his fighting style is kinda whatever. So I think I can put him here. It's not like I dislike him or anything. I would rather put him in like, but nah, I don't really see it. Okay, let's put those two like I don't know. I really dislike this whole twist with Yuji being related to those guys and like this whole family thing. Like, what the fuck? That was just too weird to me. Also because you're supposed to feel bad for those guys, and I cannot feel bad for those for the life of me. So it doesn't work at all for me. I don't know what the plan was with those. For me, they are just again enemies, mobs, no really story, character, whatever. You are just supposed to be feel bad for them because they are related to Yuji and are not as bad as you think, but nah, fuck that. Same, by the way, with him. Her, oh god, she didn't do a lot. I don't remember jack shit about her. She had also a bit like of more aggressive character. But it wasn't that bad. Like at the end, she still was like a fine, okay-ish character. So yeah, I think I would also rate her in that way. Probably like here. Yeah, not a lot to say about her. Oh, Geto. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Um, I will rank him as Geto, not as Kenjaku. Actually, I just realized Kenjaku is. We don't have a Kenjaku here. Hmm. What are we gonna do about that? Actually, this is not gonna be a huge problem. So Kenjaku would for me be an easy S tier, F tier. I fucking hate Kenjaku. He's just like a parasite, an enemy. Like again, his goal is to vaguely explain. He just wants to do shit. Like he's just an evil guy. He's some alien parasite or shit like that. And because he's like taking the bodies of different characters, it's also hard to visualize him, like to get an idea of who he is, which also takes away a lot of points in my opinion. If we talk of Geto, um, now Geto was an interesting character. Now, um, I think it was cool what they did with him, like this buddy buddy thing with Gojo, and then having him turn evil. The problem I had though is I think they didn't have enough time, especially in the anime, to kinda show how this all happened. It was all a bit too fast, in my opinion, which felt hard for me to feel with him. Um, Obviously, he's just a bad guy in the at the end. Um, with questionable morals. I do like his power a lot, though, but he's just a bad guy, and I don't really see how I could rank him any higher than don't like. So I think at the end I will put him probably around here. Actually, he still is has some cool powers, so let's put him there. I will not put him above Maki. Like she actually is a good character. If we talk though about good Geto, like at the really beginning, I will probably put him in the like area around somewhere for of Urome probably. Yeah, so that's my take on Geto. Um, this guy, really short appearance in the second season. Awesome scene with Sukuna, really funny scene. Bit more at the end, the manga. I think he's fine. Like he's this oh shit, I don't even want to be here character. But it's not enough for me to put him any higher than okay. I will put him at the top though. Like I think he's an interesting character, but nothing more. Okay, fuck this guy. Like holy shit, this character together with probably even more than Mahito was just written to be a dick. Like nothing about his character is likable, nothing about him is reasonable, nothing about him can be defended. Like this guy is just a piece of shit. He's supposed to be a piece of shit. Gege did a great job in writing him like this, but hell the fuck no am I gonna rate him any higher. Mahito's only below because Mahito's even a bigger piece of shit in my opinion. Her. Okay. Also not a lot of screen time. I like the that we saw bits of her, I guess, teenage years with in season two with Gojo and Geto. Kind of useless character if you think about it. Like I read like a post where it said she has kind of an OP power, like she can heal everything and so on, but actually she kind of didn't do shit in the overall series. But I'm not gonna distract any points for that. Overall she's just like a nice character, like a nurse. So I think I will put her around probably here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Oh, Nanami, awesome character. I think I will put here. Like such a cool concept. He's like I think like similar to him, this guy like who doesn't want to really do shit, like who wants to live a normal life. I love the episode where they showed kind of his everyday life, like his interaction with the in the bakery and so on. I think it was a bakery. Um, I usually hate it when you kind of kill off characters in a really sudden and brutal way, but I think in his final moments they were pretty well done. Like it didn't fell off. It didn't feel like the mangaka wanted to rub it into you. It was a bit stupid that he continued just to walk into his misery, but I kind of fits with his character because he's kind of like this depressed worker. But yeah, awesome guy. Also, how he fucked up the blonde one, super satisfactory. Really like Nanami. Okay, now, bro, I guess at least he was strong. I actually that's something that I thought was really stupid. He is so fucking strong that he could fucking 1v3 all those high sorcerers, but again, no story, no character, even less character than Hanabi was her name, I think. The design is fucking off. I like at least he looks like a piece of shit. Like he just looks evil. Like what I don't even know what the idea was with this one. It feels so random. I don't see it at all. Like, can't get behind it. I think that's Yuta? Is it from the movie? As I haven't seen the movie, I only know how he looks like in the manga, so I'm a bit confused. But yeah, let's say that's Yuta. Um, Maybe again another controversial one. I don't love him, but I think he's alright. So I'm missing the context of the film, so I can't rank him that high. I can't rank him that I guess carefully specifically. I am not sure how to phrase it. But he's not a bad guy, especially at the end. You see a lot of stuff about him, cool power, and generally he's a good guy. That's what I know about him. So I think I will put him around here. Like she's like he's like the male version of her. Like just a good guy, way stronger, more interesting power though. But I think that's fine because I like Oroma somehow. I like his design more, I like his connection to Sukuna and so on. And you will see later why this matters. Mekamaru, again, somebody was introduced as a piece of shit. I think his power is interesting, and him being like in this really bad state is also kinda interesting. Uh, how do we call it? Not ability. A thing to point out, I guess you could call it. Attribute. That's what I was searching for. An attribute. Um, the whole twist that he actually was a double agent, but he was a spy, but really was a double agent and was good all along and so on, and his connection to her. It's kind of making up for him, but all in all, nah, I don't see it. Like, I don't really like that guy so much. It didn't work out for me at the end. Now we come to the last three. So this is the part where I will get a lot of shit for. So let's start with Sukuna. Um, I think Sukuna is one of the fucking sickest villains I've ever seen. Like this, his whole attitude, his whole stance, his philosophy is fucking awesome. And he's no big talk. He actually does have hands. I mean, he's fucking Exodia, but instead of 5 limbs, he needs 20 fingers. Um, every appearance from him was fucking sick. Season two, as when he finally got some time to show off, one of the most hype scenes I've ever seen. Like just straight up awesome. And then of course the whole ending of the manga. I don't know how many chapters it was, but I think it was like a whole year of fucking heat. The battle with Gojo was probably, or hopefully will be probably one of the sickest animated fights I think in anime history. His whole philosophy also as a villain I think is totally understandable. Not that I say it's good or anything, but his philosophy of the strongest rules. He is the strongest, so of course he will think like that. And he's not like just like, oh, I'm evil because I'm evil. He actually believes in his philosophy, right? He's saying, hey, if you're stronger than me, that you are allowed to rule over me. But he tries to fight against it, of course, because he wants to be the strongest. Um, really cool character. Gege gave him the death, gave him the room to not just be a bad guy, but actually to give him a bit more, yeah, as I said, backstory. Also, visual design, maybe my favorite one. Like, I know he's just huge in this form with tattoos, but I fucking love those tattoos. Like, holy shit, they look awesome. Um, I don't like his final form that much. It looks a bit off, this mask part on his face, but this version, also the Megumi version, fucking sick. Now to the part that will probably get me cancelled. I really fucking don't like Gojo. Like, let's put him, I guess, above him at least, but I think Gojo is so fucking annoying as a character, and let me explain. So, the problem with Gojo, in my opinion, is he is kind of similar to Sukuna. He's the strongest, right? He destroys everything, he can do everything, he is above all. This makes everything super boring because Gojo can solve everything. That's why they had to seal him off in season 2. That's why, or at the end of season 1, I guess. Because you can't really let a guy like that stand around. There is nothing interesting if this guy will fight, unless he finds someone equal on his level, which Sukuna was. So this fight worked perfectly. But everything else, awful. I think Gojo is similar to like Shanks in One Piece or Gildarts in Fairy Tail. That's a character. If you have a character who's so OP, you cannot show him from the beginning. He can't be character of the main cast. You have to bring him from time to time to show how strong somebody in this universe is, or how the strongest in a universe can look like. Also, his whole attitude, I think it's super annoying. His whole silliness and so on. He's, in my opinion, super arrogant. I don't like it at all. I think this picture of him, especially looks super silly. His visual design. I think that was a pretty big miss. When he doesn't have his mask on, when his hair is down, then he looks way better. I will give you the points for that for every Glazer. But um, yeah, his visual design in this format he got introduced was still immediately off-putting to me. I think he has a really interesting power though that I will give him, but it's really, really complicated to understand in the manga, in my opinion, at least in the fight with Sukuna. Um, and the final point, I think Gojo would have worked better as a villain actually. He is super cocky, he's super obnoxious, he's super strong, he's a wall. He could have been a wall that the characters could have surpassed or would have to surpass this invincible enemy. Kind of like Sukuna. The only difference is Sukuna was this danger who was entrapped, like he was dealt with, unless of course he got out. But Gojo himself is there all the time. He could have been kind of like the enemy who is danger at all times, like who Kenjaku is at the moment. By the way, Kenjaku, huge fail how it all got resolved at the end. I think Gojo would have worked for me at least way better if he would have been a villain. And this leads us to the end with Yuji being the goat. I know, super weird, super, I guess vanilla opinion maybe, but I honestly think that Yuji is probably my favorite main character in any anime ever. Like, I fucking love his attitude from second one. He's basically like this down to earth guy who's just like every other shown character, just a good guy. He just wants the best, right? He's like a Gon from Hunter x Hunter. But then, as the story envelops, he realizes, oh, it's not that easy. Like, you can't just be the good guy. It's the enemies are fucking doing some really bad stuff. You can't solve it all with peace and being the all happy Yuji all the time. But actually, now that I think about it, very similar to how Gon also developed in the Chimera Ant arc. And I think this makes him so fucking relatable. I love how he gets angry. I love how he gets sad about his comrades dying. And I know everybody does this, but how he got depicted as this like really almost naive character. Um, like really feel like he's the one I can relate with the most. Or I think that's really good about him to be able to relate with him. He's this guy who got kind of dropped into this whole mess by having to eat the finger of Sukuna. Like he's not a sorcerer, right? He's a dude who got put into the situation. And he tried to figure it out like just like a normal dude, like a pretty upbeat person, but realized okay, it's more serious than it seemed. And he also is not like super overpowered like Goku or Naruto or anything like that. He actually has to fight with his team, and I also think they resolved it pretty cool at the end how he was the counter of Sukuna. Like that's his thing. He is not the strongest, but he can beat the strongest, and I think that's so genius of Gege. And that would be it. Like I think I hope you are not too upset about my rating. Maybe you can give me your opinion. Like maybe you can even understand my view. Maybe you can change my view. I'm pretty open to that also. This could look completely different in a few years when the next seasons come out. But for now, this should be it. And I hope you don't lynch me in the comments and let me hear your thoughts. Until then, see ya.